Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good moment in time, good moment of now, guys. Bringing our awareness to this present moment and giving gratitude and thanks for all of it. All right, guys, so I thought I would hop on and do a Power of Three message, just, out of nowhere. I'll wait and see if anyone wants to come on first for a second. So I thought I'd do the Power of Three, and that's a message from our heart, from our higher self, from us to ourself, and that part of us that might not be in our mental awareness, our conscious awareness. What message, what energy wants to be brought forth from our heart to bring us into a full alignment of our mind, our body, and our spirit, our physical, our spiritual, and the energy uniting and stemming from that unification. So just wait a second here, guys. Like always, I just kind of hop on. I wanted to give it a little time before I go out for my run. It's like 10. It's 10 degrees out. And I don't know, I probably will just run to the gym, which is just, a quick jaunt away. But just giving it some time to warm up outside. So I thought I would just hop on and deliver a Power of Three message for you all as a collective. Hey, Presh, thank you for joining. Good to see you. If you wouldn't mind out, I'd appreciate you sharing out. I can't share out on my phone. I'm just hopping on to deliver a Power of Three message, a message for ourself from ourself, a message for ourself, the limited part of us from our bigger part of ourself, the part within our heart space that connects us to all that we are, our God source energy within and without. All right. So just give it a second. See if anyone wants to hop on. It's a nice, cold, crisp, clear day. We're having a little cold snap, sub-below weather, but then it goes up to the 40s this weekend. So that's the way. That's the way of the Northeast. So I'll be working, doing the Power of Three. I'm going to pull a paragraph, just a paragraph, whatever Spirit delivers us to. I'm going to pull a Mother Earth heart card. And then I'm going to pull a conscious spirit, just the energy of the two merged together, the energy of what's being created, what is emanating from us through this message, what are we coming into in this moment of now, what awareness, what energy wants to just be brought forth. Hey, Donnie, good to see you. Thank you for joining. If you don't mind, please share out too, Donnie. I'm going to do a collective Power of Three message, and it's a message you guys are creating from bringing your awareness here. It's a message from your higher self, which is one and the same as you. But it's a message beyond the veil, beyond the limitations of what our human mind can comprehend and understand, Spirit is saying. It's a message from our heart. It's guidance from from our soul, the journey we came to have. All right. Just shuffling up here a little bit. Have a little sage burning. Oops. It was burning. Not sage, Palo Santo. I think it's gone now. But anyways, oh, there it is a little bit. I cleared the space, cleared the cards. Just gives me that mental, emotional clarity. It puts me in the state of clearing, being open. Hey, Kim Chemistry, thank you for joining, beautiful gem. Just doing a Power of Three this morning, giving it some time to warm up outside. It's a nice 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Wherever you guys are watching now or later, this message is for you. It's a Power of Three. It's a message to bring us into our own alignment, to our heart, our mind, and our physical body. Yeah, so that Power of Three can be mind, body, spirit, but also can represent your heart, your physical self, and your spirit. That's what I'm feeling. It's going to be a message for our mind, our heart. So the mind will be this part. in the Losing My Religion paragraph. So that'll be our mind, our questions that we seek for those higher answers. The Mother Earth heart cards will be a message from our heart. And then the conscious spirit will be a message that we're creating, or the energy we're stepping into, or whatever message comes from those. Hey, Suzanne Dubosi, thank you for joining. I'm doing a Power of 3 message today, guys. A message from yourself to yourself. A message from yourself to yourself. All right. Please share out if you haven't, guys. If you share out at the end, I'll pull you a conscious spirit card. How's that? A conscious spirit card, just some overall information being brought into your awareness for you in this moment of now. And maybe, depending if anyone comes on, maybe I'll do some personal, more in-depth stuff. A Power of 3 individual. All right. So I guess we'll get going here. And those that join will join. I get a message. When can I get a message? All right, I'm going to do a collective Power of 3. So in that collective message, in that collective deliverance, that is being brought forth for us collectively and individually. So Presh and anybody out there watching now or later, know that you guys are here for a reason, and you guys are actually the ones creating this message through your awareness, through your light, through your love, through you just bringing focus here. So there's going to be a message for you, whether I tune into you individually or collectively, and how it resonates with you is up to your own discernment. Something will click. You might have an aha. You might feel excited. You might feel like crying. You might feel a heart space opening. So if there's a message for you, you will feel it how it is meant for you on your own personal level through the collective. Spirit piggyback. Spirit is just God source energy. It's love. It's everywhere all at once as well. So it speaks to us in through the little avenues and weaving that it can get our attention. And it's really us creating it. So it's us getting our own attention. All right, guys. So we'll start off with a cross breath. And this is just us tuning into our heart space, tuning into that bigger God part of us that is timeless, that is not in linear time, that knows no space or time. So it's that multidimensional part of us. It's that stream of consciousness, which I talked about, streams of consciousness in yesterday, maybe. Streams of consciousness are our multidimensional selves coming in and sharing information and wisdom and knowledge from those experiences. In whatever deity or guru or teacher that you connect to, you are part of their stream of consciousness and all of their streams of consciousness. So when you really breathe into the moment of now, you are really, really opening up to all. You are everywhere all at once on some level. Maybe you're having this focused experience of, say, Kim Chemistry or Presh or Donnie, Suzanne. You're having this focused experience, but you are constantly communicating and giving and receiving with this bigger stream of you. And when you go to your heart and take that breath in, you're allowing that highest frequency of you to come forth, that which is going to help you, support you, and guide you in this moment of now. It's like activating yourself. You're activating by bringing your awareness. You are God source energy. You are pure love and light. So when you bring your awareness to something, you are activating it through your own light, through your focus. What you focus on grows, it intensifies, it illuminates. That's why it's so important to use your free will to choose the thoughts that you want to think about, or where you want to put your eyes, or where you want to put your mind, or what you want to do with your body, because you're giving life to that. You are giving life. So we'll take a nice deep breath into our heart center, guys, and through your nose, and tune into that heart energy portal, your God source energy. As you take a deep breath, go a little bit more, take a little bit more air in, and then hold it and try to sneak in a little bit more air in. It's like taking 3 breaths to match our Power of 3 message. Hold it. Feel your light rays expanding and reaching out and giving and receiving, connecting and communicating with all the aspects that you are to illuminate your light in this time. And exhale. So when you bring focus to your heart center, when you bring focus to your breath, you truly come into your now, where everything is available to you now. All the answers are within you. And we reflect those answers through one another. Your physical life will reflect what you need to hear, whether it be through contrast or whether it be through just illuminating and saying, yeah, go this way. Or you might have a contrast and say, well, that doesn't feel good. So you're meant to use your discernment. And through that contrast, then you know to go the other way, the other direction, the other path. It's always, always speaking to you. Your higher self is you. It speaks to your body. It speaks to your actual physical sensations, your thoughts, your mind. So it's about coming to your center and discerning that information. All information is for a reason. But the limited human mind might think it's for a reason other than what it really is. So if you have a bad situation, your human mind say, oh, that sucks. That was a waste of time. Why the hell did I go through that? But really, it was for your expansion, to teach you more about yourself. All right, Spirit. Let's see what we got going on here. Share. Thank you so much, Suzanne. All right, just 3 of us on today, and me. So let's see here. We will start with a chapter, Losing My Religion. Losing My Religion isn't just about religion per se. It's about anything that you adopt as truth, anything that you follow. Old thoughts, old beliefs, old systems, old ways of being. All right, what do we need to hear today to align us to our heart, to help us step more fully into our God source energy and to live it through the physical body here and now? Shoo. All right, let's see here. This one. All right. So what it says is, I'll put the glasses on, make it easier, so I don't have to strain. As I'm reading. All right. So what it says is, this is great because now is a time of great shifts and change. Oh, all right. So I'll get to the paragraph, but I always want to read what chapter it is. Holy crap. So it's a 5 because that gives us the overall vibe of the energy in the message. Chapter 5 represents that change, represents new pathways, represents following your gut, represents taking those chances, represents change of course, represents leaps and knowledge and information. And it's chapter 5 is empowerment through prayer. Appropriate prayer is to live every moment in confidence. And then the little subtitle is, under this part, this little heading is empowerment through change. Failure is part of success. So that's kind of funny that I was given that example of deeming something as a waste of time or a sucky experience, or that wasn't a success, which you might think of as failure. But the flip side of failure is success. So every failure is actually to bring us to a greater success. And you can say, well, success of what? A success of expressing and connecting to your innate self, that God source energy. So if something was a failure, maybe it was because you were believing something that really isn't serving you anymore. And it's time to break through of that limiting thought to be more of who you are in this life as Suzanne or as Kimmy or as Presh or as Donnie. So that failure really wasn't a failure. It was something you had to experience in order to anchor in to a deeper part of yourself. So there really is no success. There's just that limited. There really is no failure. I'm sorry. It's all success. What deems it or labels it or defines it as failure is just that limited perception of our limited mind, the smaller mind, the ego. All right. So what it says is, whenever we make a change, we must let go or leave behind something in order to embrace and receive something new. The bigger the change being asked of us, the scarier it is, but also the greater the rewards. We must let go of the familiar to embrace the unfamiliar in order to receive the joy that is waiting for us. It is not easy to leave the comfort of home, friends, or the security of a job in order to accept the challenges of the unknown. Remember, every action, there is an opposite and equal reaction. There is no life in stagnancy or complacency. If you want something out of life, you're going to have to experience discomfort and change as part of the evolution and expansion. You will have to shed aspects of yourself that no longer serve you. Changes in you will be reflected in your environment. As you grow and are more one with self, the more your environment and life will reflect that. So this is really back to basics. We already know that. We are the change. That change happens through us. But that human part of us is so used to a certain way, a security, a comfort, the known. But we were never taught who we really are. And to discover and be and live and embody who we really are is going to require a shedding, a letting go of those false security nets. All right. So if anyone is anticipating a change or planning on it or creating a new path, then this message is just affirming and encouraging and supporting you. Or maybe it's bringing some explanation to a past experience you've had. Shoot. Yes, 5, change. And yeah, big time. I love it. I really thrive on change. But change, the blessing of change as well, will bring forth your greatest fears, all those things and thoughts and ideas you're still believing in order to clear them, acknowledge them, let them go so you can step into your new birth of you, new life, new experiences. So change will activate fear, and that's part of the process. And many times we can question, well, is fear my guidance? Maybe I'm feeling fearful because I'm not supposed to take that direction. So only you can go within and discern. There's certain instinctive fight or flight parts of us where fear, yeah, it's telling us, yeah, you don't want to step off that roof. That is scary because you're not supposed to. But then you could say, okay, is this fear really teaching me a belief, or is it really telling me not to go that direction? And only you can know. That is part of your God self energy, discerning. And it's the intent in which you finally make that decision. Like you can say, well, I'm a little bit afraid to maybe leave my job and try this, but I'm going to do it because I believe and trust in the greater power, and I believe that I'm being guided. So that can infuse also and give you extra power in your changes and in your decision. Or your fear could be saying, okay, maybe timing, I just got to wait for divine timing. But only you know. That's part of your job. That's part of your own self-discovery journey. People can give you theories, examples, explanations, wisdom, and insight, but you're really given to yourself. But going within and discerning it yourself. Hey, Moon. Thank you. Love, peace, and grace to all. You as well. All right. Thank you for being here and sharing your energy and your light, Moon. All right. So there we go. We got this change. So, oh my God, I just love the way everything goes together. So the chapter in the book was to do with change. All right. So this is even card represents change, a split in mind. So here's a little heart rock. This to me always represents our brain, and a split or a contrast or a little argument you might have in your head. Splitting off an old thought, even splitting off an old thought, an old way of being. Everything that you thought was to be true, maybe that's not so true anymore for where you are in this here and now, the frequency you are now, the energy you're embodying now. Yeah, it could have been true when you were 5 years old, but it might not be true now. So this is even representing that split in thought, having to leave something behind. It kind of represents what we go through when we're facing a big change or even little changes, those fears, those questions, those beliefs, and all of that. So there's a split happening right now, individually and collectively, which we have been going through for quite a while, releasing those old ways. And how do you do that? You really got to go within yourself, like I was saying. You really got to discern yourself, and that represents this little guy here. All right, so first of all, this is the heart. This represents you. This represents your brain, your human brain, and your spiritual self. You're limited in your higher mind. So the limitations of the ego could be separate, but then we want to take that and actually combine it with the higher wisdom and bring reconciliation or dissipation or transmuting of those energies by going within your heart space, which is one with your higher mind. So this little profile here, and it always looks like a profile to me. Here's the eye, the nose, the mouth, the little tongue, and the chin. So they're facing this way. That's the profile of that heart. And they're kissing like a moon, like a crescent moon. And the crescent moon is facing it. So here we are. Which way? Here's the little tiny nose facing, they're touching noses almost, they're kissing each other. To me, that represents intimacy. So it's like kissing your fears, getting intimate with your fears, those things that might stop you from making the change. And the changes happens within first. It's an energetic state of being before the outside change happens. The shift happens within through acknowledging and going within and having intimate communication with your heart, with yourself. Why am I fearing? Am I just acting out of automatic autopilot or auto reaction? So it's about going within. Why do you suddenly put up a wall when someone gives you a suggestion? Or why am I triggered whenever someone says this or that? So it's about allowing the triggers, the catalyst, the fear to take you within, have an intimate exchange of communication with yourself. The moon too represents those illusions being brought to light. A full moon will bring things to the surface, emotions, fears, feelings, thought, all that stuff to the surface that wasn't reconciled before, that might have been in the subconscious, or that you might not have just wanted to address, but you knew were there, but you're like, I don't want to deal with that right now. I don't want to deal with that right now. So it's about bringing that to the surface and dealing with that stuff, to bring it, and this even looks like a little full moon, bringing it to the fullness of your awareness, illuminating and getting the answers through your light, but the light within you, the light through your connection with your heart. So it's funny, the moon always works with the sun, bringing illumination to that which was hidden in the night, bringing it out to be illuminated. And you're supported in that. This looks like a little nest. So it's almost like a little nest where a little egg is going to hatch and give birth to a stronger self, a more truer expression of your God self, of the unlimited you, not the limited portion that gets you caught up in the head and the brain, but the unlimited part of you that's everywhere all at once, that tunes in, connects to that unlimited part and applies it in this physical journey that you're having. And you're supported always in the physical. All of these are rocks. Rocks are physical. They're concrete. They're part of Mother Earth. So Mother Earth is always supporting you in this change. And yet this little guy here looks mischievous. We got a little stone, two little faces. This one here has a look, you can see it. Where is it? Right here. He's got a little smiley face. He's like a little to me, he looks like a little leprechaun elf, like kind of playful. So the energies might be playful with you. But then we've got this little lion here. Looks definitely like a big cat. See that nose? I gotta look at this way. The eyes, that lion nose or tiger, and he's kissing the little mischievous, or it could be the little kid part who's having fun. So it's about bringing together. This is what this card is saying today. It's about bringing together that playful child and having the courage and the strength to live it as an adult. A kid doesn't worry about change. It's not afraid usually to try something new in the general scheme of things. And it's eager and it's playful and it's mischievous and it finds the little follies, and kids will laugh. Like when I fall, Mythos laughs. He thinks it's funny. Or if I bump my head or I get hurt, they laugh. They think it's silly. So it's about being lighter too, with your own downfalls, with your own trip ups. So it's about laughing at yourself. And as you feel you've tripped up, it's about having that courage to move forward and to make that change in spite of what's happened in the past. You're not the same person you were in the past. Your frequency is higher and you're ascending all the time. And so you're reflecting that outside world to match that. So even things that you've tried in the past where you flubbed up or thought you did, they were just to instill more confidence and get you stronger. And, but also, you're not going to reflect that same energy back because you're not the same person. But here it's about bringing together, making light of all those little things you would call failures, all the silly things you did in life as a human that you judged, and letting that go, and finding the strength and courage to move on, because this little lion is kissing the little kid, giving them reassurance. So what your higher mind, higher self is saying to your kid self, or the part of you that you're aware of, is it's okay, keep going. Oh, you bumped your head here. Let me kiss it. Let me kiss it and move on. Go on, go play. You're okay. Go back out in the playground and play. You're okay. So it's like you've got this really nurturing mother. Either you guys might literally be connected to the divine feminine, Mother Mary, obviously Gaia, but your own mother or grandmother on the other side kissing you as the adult as that adult part of you and saying, it's okay. Go on, get back out there in the playground. You'll be fine. I know it hurt. I know it hurt for a second, but that's okay. You learn not to maybe try to do a handstand on the swing. That's okay. So there's this big, big message from the mother, the divine self, your guardian, your angels, your real mother that might have passed on, or grandmother, or mother, whatever you consider that divine feminine. And they're really urging you, and they're giving you a kiss on the head and saying, it's okay. Go back out on that playground. Go play. You'll be fine. So a lot of that energy, you're supported and you're protected in the bigger scheme of things. And what it says here is fuel. Your thoughts and words are the steering wheel to get you where you want to go. Your emotion is the fuel that speed up the ride to get you there. Do your thoughts and emotions, how you feel about your thoughts, take you on the road you want to travel? Remember, you're the driver. You are the driver. You're the driver. Your thoughts will create an emotion. So be conscious of your thoughts, which was the intuitive message earlier. Do your thoughts tell you, oh, that sucks, or you failed, or geez, I'm crowing, you're not going to be able to do that, or you can't get over that hurdle, or you've done that a million times. Why is it going to work now? Create an emotion, and then that emotion might feel like depression. So it's being in those emotions is that fuel. Are you using nice, clean, clear gasoline plus that the super grade, or are you using the lowest grade and operating from that? That is like equated to what your emotions are. It's that fuel. Your thoughts decide it. Oh, I'm going to get the cheaper grade gasoline because it's cheaper, and I really have a little bit of a lack mentality, so I'm going to put the cheaper grade into my vehicle. Or are you like, oh, I'm going to give it the super plus high octane because you know what, I trust and I deserve to, my car deserves to run on the cleanest pure fuel. Well, that's how kind of your thoughts and emotions working together. So the thought behind is, well, why are you choosing that? Why are you choosing that thought? Are you not believing in something? And then that will create an emotion. So you could say the thought, yeah, I really effed up in the past, which is not even true, because the flip side of failure is success. I really learned something from that. Thank you for that experience. And you know what? It's made me stronger. It's made me stronger. And I'm going to step out. I'm going to try it again. That's the thoughts. Then those thoughts get you really excited, and you're like, hell yeah, I got what it takes. I'm a master light blaster. Good morning, Christy. Good to see you, beautiful master teacher, master light blaster. So beautiful. So it's about your thoughts. That's a back to basics. A lot of us are on the fence still about making this huge change, and you're the driver to the change. And your thoughts are the steering wheel. Okay, I'm going to think negative, so that's going to take me over here. And then when you think negative thoughts, it's going to condense it. Your emotion is that fuel, and you're going to go over there. But you got to say, okay, I've done this road. I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to go there again, or I'm going to try this, pave my own path. And yeah, it feels good that, yeah, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And my frequency is different, so the outcome's going to be different, and I'm going to project and mirror different results. That makes you excited, makes you feel more alive, and those rays are shining to reach those paths that match that new state of being. All right, what does the conscious spirit have to say about this situation? Hey, Robin, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you, Robin. Please share out, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I truly, truly, when I say it, I'm not just saying it. You really are. This is you, and you're shining your light at the temple of the sun, or wherever you're picking this up, YouTube or whatever platform. You're literally creating this message through your light. And that light is kind of that invisible field that wants you to be conscious of a message. So you are delivering this message for yourself. And holy shit. I get so excited. That looks exactly like I said, like your thoughts. And when you choose those high ones, it creates this emotion, and you're like the sun radiating out with all of these rays. And these rays are connecting you to that abundance, those opportunities, the realities that are matching this new thought, which is creating this new emotion, which is creating your new state of being and embodying more and more and more of your light. These two guys, man, it doesn't get any clearer than that. And what is it rooted in? Your passion, your heart's desire, connecting to your heart, connecting to your moment of now where all is available. And it's like she even looks like a volcano. So you've had all of this. Oh my God, this is good. A lot of you guys now or later, have had a lot of this stuff brewing up. This is like a volcano. It's brewing, it's building, it's being tweaked, it's being catalyzed. And then all of a sudden, you've got all of this passion and momentum that you've been creating just under the surface. Now it's ready to come out of you. That's what she looks like. Free to express the flame within her in a volcanic explosion in a good way. She's like saying, I'm here. I've finally arrived. I'm here. Or I'm here. I've connected. I'm grounded. I'm anchored in my heart. And I'm ready to display all of that in confidence in my physical reality. How awesome. And it's not in a spastic way, like where you're all crazy and uncentered. You know, sometimes when you're feeling ADD or you're feeling overwhelmed with all these tasks, or you're jacked up on caffeine and you got a lot of unchanneled energy, just kind of static. This girl's eyes is shut. She is grounded to Mother Earth. She is grounded that light, that love, that flame within her. So even in all of that energy emanating, she's grounded. So this is about bringing together the two forces. And they're mentioning you, Kimmy, the two forces of all of that energy and aliveness, but anchoring it into that stillness where that most where the energy is utilized. You guys hear of energy savers, like energy saver fridges, they're saying, you know, dishwashers, clothes machines, washer dryers, and it has that little energy saver. She's in energy saver mode where she is utilizing her resources most effectively. And how do we do that? By letting the universe take care of the details, they're saying. So being grounded and anchored into your heart, your knowing, your passion, and by being in the moment, you are using your energy, you're on energy efficiency, putting all of that out there, but by remaining still and allowing it all to come to you. Everything is coming to you guys through this heightened awareness, through this connection of your passion. You're inflamed, and it's all there already. She's ready to do what she needs to do when she needs to do it, but she ain't going to waste her energy on thoughts, on beliefs, on even action that wasn't productive. She is holding strong in her, and it will come to her as her lava spills out. With the volcano's lava spills out, as she's standing still, it's going to connect to whatever it needs to connect to. All right. Fire elemental. Oh, holy shit, you can't make this up. So today's thing was change. This is unbelievable. So we did the paragraph was all about change. This card had to do with change, and this is a change. 14, change. And this is just unbelievable. Just having that power and that stability and anchored into your heart, that confidence, and just really embodying your God source energy, and alchemizing energies, changing your fear into confidence. This is all about change. Wow. Number 14, which is a 5. Okay, so what do we got? I ignite the fire within me that connects me to the divine. Well, that's where all your true power lies anyways. It is you. You are divine, and it's knowing you're divine, embodying that, connecting, and discerning all that your thoughts are saying, and what you're seeing, and what the mind is telling you. Discerning, that's your connection to your divinity. You are divine. So it's about allowing that discernment also to conserve your energy, not just going out and doing things and acting out and overreacting, but going within first, where everything is brewed, everything is discerned, everything is transmuted or alchemized within you, that state of being. And then boom, that change is reflected in your world. Awesome messages today. So major change, major change. And I know we're always changing. So we always have little changes that are part of the cycle of this big shift. So like, just let's say someone's wanting to be a bodybuilder competition person. I can't even think when I'm in channeling mode. I literally can't find the words. I talk like I wasn't brought up American. So my son, he's always wanted to like maybe compete in bodybuilding, but he's got to make all of those little changes on the way of presenting himself. So it's like someone who needs to tweak their diet. Maybe they got to have the right mix of cardio and weightlifting and their diet and their foods and their carbs and their protein. And so they're making all those little mini changes. So we've all gone through a lot of little mini changes, and now it's culminated and created a momentum to have this big change where we're really presenting ourselves, our God source energy, our divine frequency imprint, that which you came to activate and anchor in your life. And now she's just standing. She looks like that bodybuilder presenting the entirety of who she is. So we had to go through all those mini changes. Now I'm feeling there's this huge change. All those changes that you guys have done, all of that inner work, all of the shadow work, all of the health changes, drinking water, maybe tweaking your diet, adding maybe some more physical movement, meditation, modalities, healing, all of those changes have culminated now and added up to all of a sudden, boom, this is you. This is you guys presenting yourself in the fullness and the authenticity and the strength and the confidence that you are. It's a combination of that child and adult in one. Beautiful. All right, guys. That is an amazing, powerful message. And yeah, so I'm most likely for all of you guys, you know what it is? It's affirmation for what you already know. You guys are the ones creating this. You guys are the ones projecting it. It's through your energy. We are reflecting aspects of one another, activating one another, utilizing what another person has learned through their own individual experience, and it activates a little bit inside of us. It's like, say, Robin here, she's experienced a lot that we haven't, but yet we're all connected. So through Robin's experience and in the wisdom and insight and knowledge that she's activated within herself through it, she also had that experience. So we don't need to, but yet we reap the benefits of her wisdom and knowledge. And we do that all for all of each other through our own individual experiences, not just this time, but many. We're holding all of that in this moment of now. Even as I speak in a word, these words aren't just now to this message. It is multi-dimensional wisdom and knowledge and insight and activation from the limitless, the timeless me. That's what you guys do. When you step up and step forward and present yourself in whatever way, shape, or form that is for this change, you are activated the multi-dimensional selves part of you. And you can just say the word the. Just say the word the. That isn't just the. It is holding everything that you've ever experienced within that vibration. That's how powerful you are. And that's what we do for one another as well. And you guys, what you bring forth when I come in these modes for my little messages and teachings or whatever I'm doing, I'm always at awe to what comes forth. But I should be, because I can't even fathom what Robin or Christy or Moon or Suzanne or Presh and all of you now or later have gone through in all your multidimensional selves. So it's allowing ourselves to be open to receiving that. All right. All right. So if you share it out, let me know. And you know what? I'll stick my little PayPal there if anyone wants their own power of 3. I'll just stick it there in case. And for those now or later that do want their own personal, always inbox me and we can do a private. Just for information for those later as well. Okay. So I'll just stick that up there if you want your own power of 3. And I'll say times 3. times 3. All right. And then if you share it out and want a quickie, let me know. And I'm just going to pull you a collective. And also the individuals and your even the little freebies I'm doing right now, it's still built upon everything I said from the beginning of this. Spirit builds, gives us a teaching, and then applies it in a way that we can discern it at an individual level. So if you share it out, I'll give you a quickie and you just take it as you want. But also it could also I don't want to limit it to that though, because also you could just be getting some affirmation or a sign or something you've been questioning about that has really nothing to do with this message. Maybe you want to know, should I go out to lunch with so-and-so today? You might get something just really random in one word or one image that is just answering your question as well. So there's no bounds. Spirit's boundless. All right. Limitless. And that's you guys. That's you. All right. So beautiful message for all of you. This is the change. I believe this is the change you're stepping into. That confident, you've taken off all your masks and you're really, really exposing yourself for the truth that you are. Things you were embarrassed about, things you were shy about, things that you felt shame about. It's like you had just stepped in and you're claiming and embodying all that you are. So that's the message for everyone. And I can't think of anything more beautiful than that. The freedom to be you in confidence. So I know in the past, like I've always had the freedom to be me and I'll always express and do what I think I'm supposed to be doing or guided to, but I wasn't in the freedom of that confidence. I would be embarrassed or shy or doubt or beat myself up later, the human part of me, even though I believed fully in what I said, but I was worried about what others, how they would perceive me being me. So I had the freedom to be me and I always worked through my fears, but I didn't always feel good about feel good in the physical about it, like the little ego saying, "Oh, geez, blah 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 blah," and then I wasn't in the freedom of of being me and happiness. Does that make sense? Making a decision, worrying about what everybody's going to think in a personal level, worrying about this, that, and the other thing, or I'm going to be perceived wrong. It's not my business. It's not any of our businesses what other people think of us. And then when we do think that, then we're not free. We're not truly being. You might be doing what you're supposed to be doing and guided to, but true freedom is actually feeling good about it, feeling good at the same time, not being worried or justifying or explaining yourself or worrying if they're going to understand you're operating from your heart, even though it doesn't seem it. So many layers to getting to this stage, guys. And you guys have done that work. So congratulations. All right. All right, Christy. Thank you so much. Christy has donated. Thank you so much. Hey, Tino. Oh, I just saw a message from Tino. You know, when you're on your phone and it goes down, he's not here on the live, but I just saw the message. Hi, anyways. No, everything's timeless. All right, Christy, thank you so much. And you know what? I'm going to give you a power of 3, just like I delivered for the collective. So it's actually going to be one quick little paragraph, not paragraph. Paragraph. Yeah. In the way that you understand it. So understand this is a book of my own personal experiences, but given insights due to the question. So the energy is the same for you. So say if the paragraph is, for example, about change, the example I give isn't the exact example you're going through, but the energy stamp is the same, or could be. You discern it. All right, Christy, let's clear the energy. And know that Christy is holding space for all of us. Again, remember I said that we're all reflecting information for each other. We don't necessarily have to go through it, but guess what? This is the beauty. We get to gain the insight and the love and the light gained from her experiences or the space she's holding. So thank you, Christy. Thank you for your space and thank you for your donation. All right. So Christy, just want to reflect in clarity, purity, that what she needs to hear, what she's bringing into her conscious awareness now, that is aiding her on her illumination, her freedom to be. What I'm immediately picking up as I'm clearing, your change, Christy, is it's not so much a change, it's a culmination of many changes, like Spirit was saying, but it's you stepping into a much greater sense of confidence. You can hear it in those rings. They were strong, they were clear, they were illuminated. So your change is a culmination, of course, of all the steps you've taken for yourself, connecting to yourself, but the change is confidence, stepping out, being seen in a much stronger way, in confidence. We can step out and be seen, but if we don't have that confidence behind us, it's still doesn't help the human emotion so much, but that's because we're believing something limiting that is not true. So you're stepping in strong, clear, present a clear, strong, firm, anchored presentation in your divine frequency imprint, that which makes you up, and you're utilizing and anchoring all of that mastery you've gained in multidimensional selves. You're anchoring it in this soul's journey, as Christy Burke. All right. What's shoot, Christy, what does Christy need to hear? Boop. All right. And it's the top one. Oh, I didn't read the page last time, but I'm going to read the page. They're saying read the page. It's important. It's a 73. 73 is a 10. So you're stepping in and creating from a foundation of much, much more illumination, confidence, happiness, secure, and comfort in being you. So in the past, initially, when we're called to step out and be ourselves, well, we always were that self, but the physical body wasn't used to embodying all of what that was being called of the self, which is bliss, happy, joy, confidence, no doubt, no criticism, judgment, any of that kind of stuff. You're stepping out fully in confidence. The 73 is a 1. It's a 10. It's a new beginning of you. And it might not have felt good. You knew it in truth and theory, but the physical body wasn't caught up yet. You still were holding on to some energies of wavering or just worrying about how people are going to perceive you or hear you, that kind of stuff. So you're stepping into a new foundation of confidence in you. You already knew you were you. You already had it and knew it, but the physical part of you. And that's huge because we're having this physical experience. We don't want to feel in the past, that physical part might have shied away to what it knew in truth because of the physical eyes. And you're just stepping forward in the stronger sense of self. And it's really beautiful. So 73, 1, building a foundation on that new sense of self in the physical. And do I have glasses on, off? Where are they? Real quickly for you, Christy, it's, let's just see the chapter. Oh, that's beautiful. It's chapter 7. 7 is that connection to yourself. It's connecting to your divinity within, getting the answers, going inside for your answers, reflections. You have all the answers. So having a really, really strong connection. But what you're doing is you're projecting that connection to your divinity in the physical now. You're having the confidence in it. And then here it says to sacrifice is to gain. And so you might have had to make some sacrifices. And yeah, you know what? Sacrifice really is to gain. You might need to sacrifice an old belief of working through something, sacrificing being misunderstood to be understood. In the past, maybe being the light in dark rooms where you were criticized or judged or whatever, that was a sacrifice you made to gain more confidence and security in yourself. Or maybe you needed to make a sacrifice of money on the physical world to get that class, that house, that car, whatever it is. So a sacrifice is something that we feel that we are giving up, but we're not giving it up for the pure sake of just losing it. Remember, energy, you never lose energy, it transforms. So think of that sacrifice as a gain. That energy exchange it was to gain something bigger. But the human limited mind might think, oh, that was a sacrifice, or geez, I had to go through that experience, blah, 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 or I had to lose my house to blah, 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 or I had to go bankrupt, or whatever it is, that sacrifice, whatever that was for you. Maybe it was just you being criticized by others. You had to make that little bit of sacrifice, but really even that wasn't a sacrifice. They're saying that was your perception of maybe worrying about what others thought or judged or whatever. So anyways, there's a sacrifice and you'll know how that applies to you. Sacrifice is really gaining because no energy is ever lost. You just gain and grow. God always grows, it expands, it is life. So that sacrifice was to give you greater life experience, becoming more in alignment to who you are. That's what a 7 is as well, becoming more on aligned to that God self within you. All right, there. So the message is when we reach, oh goodness, I think it was that top one. When we reach out to others as a result of our personal experiences, it is a living testimony of God. So when we reach out, when we share who you are, you literally, because you are God's source energy, you are that living God in the physical. You are God in the physical, working in our lives. The Bible teaches us to share our testimony with others in order to spread and share awareness of the living God. Our life is a testimony in action as we live from the heart in an open and trusting attitude, expressing who we are. We bear witness to the goodness of God in everything we do. So that is just saying, again, what I was picking up intuitively, you feeling more confident about being that living God, about being that testimony to others and shining it and sharing it. So you're sharing and shining more in a more anchored sense of confidence in the physical, because we can share stuff but we can still have that little bit of a cower feeling. You're sharing it now and you're confident and you are shining light of the living God in the physical. And I'm sure that makes sense to you. And that's what thank you, Robin. And that's what I'm doing now. What I always do is through my book or my cards or my teachings or my Ria's on the runs. Like, I'm sharing it. But in the past, I always felt confident in the moment. But as soon as I got out of that high frequency in the zone, then I wouldn't be as confident as I was when I was in the moment. And that even says something about being in the moment. When you're in the moment and you're aligned, you feel good, you're confident. But when you get out of the moment, when the anxieties and those thoughts creep in, that's when you don't feel so confident. But that's because you're not in the moment. You're not in your heart space, and you're allowing those old thoughts to be transmuted, dissolved, and worked through. So you're not doing anything wrong when you experience those. You've just come to transmute and dissolve those. So thank you, Robin. All right. Shoo. All right. Thank you, Robin, for being who you are and shining your light and being a testimony to the living God. We're all testimonies to the living God. We might not be fully expressing it. And Christy, for you, you're in a full expression of it. And I also know that you're 33. So that also goes with that whole mastery. Oh my God. So what they're saying is, yeah, you just came as a sacrifice. You came as a sacrifice, Christy. Your physical, so you know how they say that sometimes spirit doesn't want to come here because it's hard, but you know you need to for that soul's expansion. So they're saying, Christy, you just came here as a sacrifice. It might seem like a sacrifice to be a physical being, but the fullness of your soul and your God self gains so much in that sacrifice. So even being physical, us coming down here, is a sacrifice unto what we have on the other side of the veil. But they're saying that sacrifice is so worth it. So many come down and they're like, yeah, it was so worth it. But when we're caught here, sometimes I don't feel worth it. But you're giving and exchanging to that bigger part of you, that experiential part. And we all do that. But you're doing it in a more confident way now, Christy. All right. Obviously, you've been through some pain in life. This is a heart, represents that little the pain that you felt. It's paved its way with pure divinity, connectedness. You have taken pain and heartache and you've transmuted it to be your power. It's filled with divinity. It's brought you to a stronger connection of your God self. And that's what all pain does. It's to empower us. How do we get powerful? Not through fight and might, but by surrendering and going through self-love, self-acceptance, honoring ourselves. Because when we do project pain and discord on our outside world, it's just a reflection, and it is a call for greater self-love, areas that we are transmuting and dissipating thoughts and beliefs, dissipating the illusions. So your pain right here, really strong. Well, it's made you more connected to God, and you're always looked out for. You are connected to that higher self. See the eye, the little nose, the mouth up above here. I think you might have gotten this before too with me. Looking down, you're very aware of that connection of your, what you would quote unquote, your bigger part of you, your God self, your higher self, but your higher self is embodied in your physicality as well. So it's just reiterating that other message that you did receive one time. You know, you connect to that spirit, but you came as a sacrifice. You've had some physical pain. Of course, we all do, or we wouldn't have been here. We came for the pain. The pain is power. The loss is to gain. So that big message for you. Again, illusion, your greatest fear is your biggest illusion, for love is the truth and is the equal counterpart of whatever it is you fear. So your fears are the wall, the barriers that are that prevent you from embodying the truth. The fear is letting you know you're believing in something that appears to be true, false evidence appearing real. And as you dissolve those fears and work through them, they're the gifts of a greater self-realization. And that's what your pain has done for you. 2 fell out. So I'm going to do this one real quick. This one is surrounded by all the snow, crystallized, pure emotion, pure love, unfiltered love. All the snow. Oh my God. You guys, you can't make this up. This looks like that volcano picture. Remember the card I just did with the woman? This is a build upon. Look at this. Here she is, all shining in her confidence and her physicality. Her spirituality is shining through her physical. This also looks like that volcano. You've let go of a lot of physical pain, represented by these little pieces of crystallized ice. And there you are, in the fullness of the love that you are, open, clear, supported, and you are reflecting that in your world. Oh my God, I can't even get over this. I know, this looks, can you see the volcano, Christy? And it's spurting forth in clear openness. So it is just saying that weed for joy. This is what you've done. It's almost like the weeds being pulled out. You're releasing the weeds. Weed for joy. When committing to live in joy, you may go through a process where you need to remedy all the non-joys you have planted in your life. It's like weeding a garden. You need to pull out the energy suckers, that which does not nourish what you are wanting to harvest. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. So you're coming to a point where you're really enjoying the fruits of your labor now. You have transmuted those energy suckers within your thoughts, your mind, beliefs, which is going to reflect in people, even in situations and circumstances outside of you. I can feel it in my heart right now. You've healed a lot of emotional pain. And you've released that, and now you're coming into a more full expression, but confident, not just being who you are, not just knowing it in theory and energetically and feeling it, but literally being able to embrace that physical part, walking into a crowd and being proud of who you are, not worried about how you might appear to their limited thinking. You are free to be you now. How awesome. All right. Oh my God. I love this card today, guys. Last time you see it, it's going to go in here and be shuffled. So let's see what I did get that card. Yeah, I remember that in your reading. So very strong energy for you. And what you have, oh my God, very similar to the light. And I know how connected you are to all of your beautiful sun pictures you post, the codes, the dimensions opening up in your energy, your portal. So all of those dimensions and portals you see in orbs when the sun is playing with you, that is a reflection of your light, of you opening the portals energetically through your heart space. And I'm sure you already know that. So this is affirmation for you. So all of the images you take are the physical representation of the energy happening within your own being and your own heart. You got sunrise. So how beautiful. It's you playing with the sun. Obviously, you're a child of the light. All of us are. But you're celebrating each sunrise and recognizing the healing energies of, oh my God. This is how in alignment we all are, because she is reflecting a reading that she has had done in perfect alignment. 33. What card is this, Christy Burke? 33. We cannot make this up. This is showing you how in alignment you are, because you are immediately reflecting affirmations in the physical of your energetic state. So even a card reading, an oracle, a TV show that pops up, or a show or character, they are literally reflecting the physical manifestation of the energy that you are embodying. So you are embodying mastery, master teacher, master light blaster. You play with the sun. You know the healing properties of the sun. We've got this big dragon here. I didn't even notice this. See this dragon of light flying in the sky overhead? And in this portal, this connection, through your transmuting and alchemizing energies, and through your heart connection, burning and singeing off, getting rid of, purifying the weeds. Weeds for joy. Oh my God, I thought it was a dragon, and now it's an angel. Oh my God. So originally it was a dragon. Look, see the dragon? But when I tilt it like this, oh shoot, how can I do this? Really, really, I don't know how to do this backwards. Then if you take that away, there's actually a person angel sitting as the mouth. There's like a little head, and she's holding down her arms like this. So it's showing that I can't turn it just right, but there's a little person here instead. It's like the divine feminine. It's the goddess, and that goes perfectly with this card. Remember this person here? See the little nostrils, the mouth, the eye winking at you? Like, hell, Christy, it ain't no sacrifice. It might seem like hard work sometimes, but it ain't a sacrifice. Good job. It's like this person, that higher part of you overlooking your God self, your higher self, your guardian, is also right here as the head of the dragon. She's right there. So yeah, I celebrate each sunrise and recognize the healing energies of the sun. Sun goddess. Oh, sun goddess. I didn't even see that part. So yeah, goddess of the sun, goddess of the light, like that empress, like that queen, embodying all of the light that you are in your physical, not having to die, not needing to go into meditation or an altered state, embodying. And that's what we all have come to do, guys, is to live that heaven on earth. And we can't live in heaven if you're not free to be and express the authenticity and the truth that you are in the physical. So even though you're a goddess of the sun, that goddess of the sun is shining through your physical body. They're saying illuminated, gold, like shh. And that's what you are creating wherever you gaze your eyes. That is beautiful. I call myself sun goddess. That just shut off. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much. All right. So if anybody else donated, let me know. Is there any question you have on this or anything else? You're a portal. You're just, I don't know what else to say other than you are a portal of the sun in physical. You are a real life sun portal. See how she's just shining and it's reflecting on the ocean, on the water here. So I love the sunrise too, how it reflects on the water in Mother Earth and Gaia. I mean, Mother Earth, the physical part of Mother Earth. So that sun reflects that light on earth. So through your energetic state of being, you as a portal of the sun, you're literally reflecting that on the earth, in the physical, to be experienced, to be illuminated, to be shown for others as well. Your arms are wide open. So you're showing, you're saying, I am the living God. I am the living testimony. I am the sun goddess. And you know what? Not being embarrassed or thinking, oh, someone's going to think, oh, she thinks she's all that, don't she? No, own it and be it. So there is a little message here of owning your sun goddess. Don't be ashamed or don't feel you're not being humble, because true humbleness is actually claiming that which you are. The ego likes to keep us little. It's not a time to be little now. It's a time to really, really present your light in the physical. Not shy down, not bow down, not being conceited, because you know you are the one and the one is, everyone is within you and you are the all. We're all reflecting each other. So it's not about being better than just because you're the sun goddess. So beautiful. Portal of the portal. You're just a portal illuminating light and sun. Very beautiful. All right. Good morning, Tamara. Thank you for joining. You guys can still hear me? Yes. Hey, Kelly Ann Kingsley. Beautiful, beautiful reading, Christy Burke. Thank you so much for your donation. If anybody has shared out, let me know. Childhood friends, and I have double the sun. Said I have double sun. Yeah, double the sun. Yeah. And I just want to interpret that a little bit. So you know how we see the sun in the sky? That is the physical representation and activator for us, and remembering something that we placed there as a collective when we came into experience this universe and this world. So it holds that space, a subconscious even remembering, but for a lot of us now it's conscious. But then we hold that sun. This is the sun, and this is the sun that you are, the sun in your heart. So really you are double sun, because the sun, you're connected to this and your conscious awareness. You're connected to the sun in the sky, and it's almost like the lights meet, they bridge. So you're a double sun.
You're using that outer sun. You know that that sun is reflective of you. So you are double sun. You're connected to the sun here and you're connected to the physical sun, and play with that and use that energy and utilize it and share it and take pictures of it and allow you work with that light. So yeah, you are double sun. Can you hear me okay? I keep fussing with these earbuds. I don't know what the heck they're doing. Sometimes they shut right off. I gotta put a different little connector in my on it so it holds in my ear. I keep forgetting. It's so much of a bother. You know, when those things you know you need to do, but you only know you need to do it when you're actually needing it, like figuring out how to figure out a button in your car and you don't know how to do it. Like if I'm driving, say, my husband's car, but I'm not used to it, and I'm like, God, I got to figure out how to do this, but then you forget about it when you don't need it. Well, it's the same with my earbuds and other things. All right. All right. Thank you. All right. So let me just see here. My dragon. Yeah, your dragon came up in your reading as well, Christy. It's like, and that's beautiful for me too, because it shows that I am open, like I'm able to reflect your energy really, really well. It gives me affirmation, like, yeah, I'm not in my own way. I'm delivering appropriately. Yes, through the tears. Yes. All right. So let me know who's still there and would like a card. I saw Kellyanne would. Tamara, you like a card, or you just let me know? Yeah, it's beautiful. Love a message. All right. Okay. So Kelly, and then Tamara, and please share out, guys. And if you want a personal, like I just did for Power of Three message, like I just did for Christy, and I did one for the collective earlier. I don't know. Who am I on? Kelly, are you like having a little issues in your shoulder or your traps? I know I have that in general, but now I'm feeling it a little stronger as I'm on your name. I don't know if you're feeling a little bit of like you need to crack or something in right there. All right. Thank you for sharing, Kellyanne. You're amazing. I need a private. I'll unbox you. I don't know. You are goddess of the sun. So what the hell can I reflect back? All right. But yes, thank you, Christy. And as it goes for any of you guys now or later, if you want a private or want to get more in depth or want more information or insight to whatever it is, just inbox me. All right. Kellyanne. Yes, you have been? Yes. So I got 2 cards that popped out for you. I'm just going to trust it. So for those that have shared out, I'm just going to do a conscious spirit. And for those that do want a more personal here on the live, I am taking donations for that. And it's a Power of 3 where you get one paragraph, you get a Mother Earth Heart card, and you get one of these like I just did for Christy. All right. So, hold on. Kellyanne. What is the cause of this? Why is this physically manifesting for her? It's definitely a releasing, obviously. Aren't we always releasing? They're saying don't try to push and release. Don't try to push and work through energies too quickly. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but this is how they're saying it is, you know, we always want to shed, we want to release, we want to do our work because ultimately, yeah, we want to be in this state. We want to live this all the time. We want to be like that. But sometimes when we push too much or try to force the work or try to force the clearing before we actually integrate and process it in the physical, it can actually cause aches and pains as well. We get aches and pains and stuff as a symptom, but sometimes when we're pushing it, we can worsen it as well. Sending it light and love, accepting it, saying thank you, I love you, I give you all the time you need to clear, to readjust energetically, muscles, bones, what have you. Because it's not even just like a big pain, it's almost like a clicking, like it's like it's loose, almost like you're kind of like forcing it to click out, like a chiropractor. Get that, come on, move energy, come on, move. So they're saying obviously energetically we're going to send you light right in that area right now, and imagine it doing its thing, but try not to push it. You know how the physical being doesn't like to be pushed, or the ego doesn't like being told? Well, the physical body likes its process and it has to take its time sometimes to work things through it. Just like our mental state or our emotional state needs time to cry and recognize, our physical body needs time to acclimate, they're saying. So be gentle with it. Send it love, healing. Imagine you are healed already, but allowing that alignment to take place and knowing that that's what's happening. You're not doing anything wrong, Kelly. All right, let's get to the message. All right. Yes, it clicks. Yeah, clicking. And it's funny, Kelly, because you know how we reflect each other? I've been going through some clicking issues of my own, but it enhanced as soon as I saw the name Kelly. So it's clicking. And I've been trying to figure that out as well. And I'm like, and my shoulder's been clicking as well. But for you, it's right here. It's a clicking. So it's getting engaged. You got disengaged. Something has prompted this healing. It's dislodged. So it's like I don't know if it's cartilage or the bone is dislodged, but it's trying to work back into proper calibration, integration, realignment. So be gentle with it. It's going to be fine. They're just showing me, and I don't know if you do Reiki, but they're just showing work, white light being worked in that area, just to assist and support, but we can't force. We can assist and support, but we can't force, they're saying. All right, the 2 cards you got. Archangel Michael, protection, light, cutting off that which does not serve you. That's the typical symbology. But because this sword is light, it's cutting off and working through things with love, with gentleness. The sword isn't up. It's looking down. His sword is of love and light. That is your greatest power. That is your greatest protector, as you know. Also, the sword can represent the tongue, speaking. So speaking words of kindness to yourself, being gentle with yourself, having self-compassion. So many times we can be nice to others and give them encouragement, give them compassion. But what's being called for, okay, this is what the clicking of the shoulder is related to. It's having compassion with yourself, not trying to cut out that which you see from a higher perception that is not serving you, not trying to cut it out and say, hell with this, but giving it the time to heal in its own time. So being gentle with your words, your tongue, as it's with yourself, healing with light, not any criticism. And I know we know not to do this. So maybe looking at those little tiny voices that pop in like, geez, I should be over this by now, or whatever it is, any kind of discouragement or I feel like you might have been pushing yourself to heal and thinking, because we know things theoretically, but the physical body takes a little time to catch up. And we are here to love the physical body. Our physical body is the temple. So treating your body like you would a little kid, being gentle with yourself. So something about the sword, the tongue, the quickness, not judging or criticizing, just giving it time. And you are protected with your love and your light and your honor and your love, even in when you see that in the outside, honoring it with love, like a little kid. You wouldn't give a little kid flack for not being good enough or whatever. Don't do that to yourself and don't do that to others. So it's about protecting with light and healing with light. It's a 16, again, connecting to that divinity, that light and love within you. A 16 is a 7. This is the year of a 7. And the 7s have been coming up in a lot of my readings, connecting to that divinity. But we're not just connecting anymore. We've been doing that. We're actually in the physical body presenting and being that as well. So Archangel Michael, I am grateful for the strength and courage Archangel Michael brings to my life. So obviously Archangel Michael is part of your conscious stream. It's a multi-dimensional portal for you. You resonate, I'm sure, with Archangel Michael. That energy and that frequency of the highest love is your protection, and it is your weapon, and it is your sword. The other one that came up was this one. Wow. This is unbelievably beautiful. I've never pulled this one, Kelly. Solar plexus. So we got a lot of solar plexus too. Trusting this little clicking, just giving it love and trusting and having the confidence to know, hey, it's on its way out. It's just recalibrating, readjusting. We've got solar plexus 13-4, building a new foundation in trust, building that new foundation in confidence. And that represents the clicking too, because when it clicks, you almost feel like, oh, I can't really trust that foundation. I can't really totally trust this new energetic state of being yet. So the clicking represents it off kilter and off balance, shouldering responsibilities, and maybe not quite, oh my God, this is what it is, not quite sure you can trust in giving up the shouldering of responsibilities, the weight, the burden, the physical part still. Not quite sure if you can completely trust the physical to represent and carry you in just that light trust and belief and confidence. So you could be just struggling and integrating and processing that, because I do that all the time too. Oh my God, Kelly, thank you so much for bringing this to my awareness. Me too, camera chills. Thank you for bringing this to my awareness, because I've been literally struggling. You are literally holding space. You are literally bringing forth insight on this so that I can just let it go. As soon as we have the insight there, it can dissipate. It can go away. So not being completely sure you can trust in the physical world yet that which you know to be true in spirit. Is it got your back? Is it really got you back? It hasn't had your back in the past. I haven't had all the money I thought I wanted or needed sometimes. Does it really have my back? So you releasing, trusting, ouch, it literally is like a rubbing of bones. Sometimes it's like a rubbing of bones. That's what I'm feeling right there. So the clicking represents a lack of the trusting the foundation in the structure of the spiritual to operate really at a real level in your physical world, your 3D provisions. And that is all huge. Trust, confidence in that. Yeah, this light, focusing, she's gazing on the light in her hands. Yeah, I can trust in the light. I can trust now that my God self is integrated. My state of being, my energy is going to support me in this physical life. I can trust that now. So the clicking in the shoulder is to do with just a little bit. Is the world ready to support me yet? Is the universe really got my back? So it's about you can release that now. And you're building on that solar plexus. I take actions daily that awaken my personal power. So your personal power isn't through force and might. It's not through force and might and making things happen. It is through that trust in being and confidence. So for you, you've got huge solar plexus openings happening, grounding. And it's showing up in here, those areas where you can release that. You're integrating it. But it's like saying to somebody who believes something, but they haven't had the physical steps yet to totally embody it. Like someone who knows they need to leave their job. We have to honor our belief system. So someone who wants to leave their job, they know they don't want to do that forever, but they deep down think if they just leave their job, they're going to be screwed. And they will be screwed because their belief system in the physical isn't strong enough yet for that hope in their spiritual. And so it's integrating and it's embodying. And then they come to the point, the universe is showing them step by step by step by step. Oh, I can leave my job now. Boom. And then they leave it. So it's about honoring the physical process and steps as well in the physical, but it's also telling you, yes, you can trust in that spiritual embodiment. I hope that made sense. Holy cow. But it I know it made sense, but I don't know if I articulated it perfectly, because I'm like feeling all of these energies, seeing them in my mind, and then trying to articulate them. So you too, the sword representing light articulation, articulation of the energy, the God self. So you could also be struggling or doubting that a little bit as well in the physical expression. So it's all about having the confidence of all that you know spiritually, all that you embody in that heart space, all that you've connected to, and knowing that it's going to support you as that new foundation. The whole world is taking a huge shift, and their foundation is built on different beliefs and energies. And of course, for you, it's higher vibrations, frequencies, ascension energies. So the physical body's catching up. All right. Total sense. Good. Baby steps. Yes. It's like, yeah. So the physical, your body. So it's like this. It's like almost like this, Kelly. You know, you have the answers, but that physical body is just, it needs that reassurance and taking the baby steps and recalibrating, And so you're getting to that space where you are just this as well. So much light coming through for you guys today, all of you. The light's going to carry you. They're saying, look out for miracles. Things are going to happen. You're going to start seeing the manifestations of the miracles that you've believed in. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this real quick. Hold on. For all of us. This is what it comes down to. You're going to start seeing the physical manifestations of this sign. It says believe. So you're going to see the physical manifestations of that sign. Okay, so what they're saying for you and for everybody, oops. See, this is physical, right? This is a real thing. This is a physical manifestation where it says believe. This is already a physical sign of what you're believing in is physicalizing, is manifesting. So something as simple as a sign, it's in your physical world. You can see it. It's hard. This is like a precursor of what's to come. You know what I mean? It's coming, whatever that is you're believing in. And we all need to hear that, right? All right, next, it was Tamra, right? Reading the Sophia code. I don't know that. But maybe I'll look it up. Sophia code, thank you. Oh, I guess that didn't want to pop out. Ships are coming in, yes. Yes, Tamra Ann. All right. Tamra, this is your same one, believe it or not. And you know how you said you had chills as I was talking about Kelly's? Very resonantial energy between the two of you. So let me just see if anything else, if I get a different take on this for you. I don't know why they're saying sunflowers. I don't know if you like sunflowers, plant sunflowers, eat sunflower seeds. Something to do with sunflowers. Hold on. Trusting and believing in your goals. You have goals. You have some really concrete goals that you want to see manifested. So they're saying to trust and believe in your goals. I'm getting the chills now, like spiritual affirmation. You might have spirit loved ones on the other side. They're working for you. Spiritual goals. You have some concrete spiritual goals that you want to see frickin' ass manifested. You might have doubted those in the past. You might have even questioned, is that appropriate to want that in the physical, they're saying. But deeply tied into your heart, deep things that bring forth a lot of emotion in you, physical goals that you have not yet seen the fulfillment of, the fruition of in the physical. Not to give up. Not to give up. So keep trucking forward, keep believing. Big goals require huge shifts in energy, they're saying. Big goals, big manifestations that hold much light require us to do the work of the light inside, meaning we are already the light, but shedding, like they're showing me you going like this, shedding all of the veils, like a cobweb, sort of, that's really thickly got strings and you can't hardly see past the cobweb. And you're like, they're going like this. You're pushing the cobwebs out. You're going like this. You're making way through a corridor and you're pushing the cobwebs out. And sometimes they get stuck in your hair and you got to take the cobweb and go like that. So sometimes those old thoughts might stick in your mind and come to your mind. And they show me you literally going like this, taking the cobwebs out, which is representing the mind, just those little thoughts that might creep in. So big thing, you know how they say big things take time? I don't even know if that's a word, a phrase, but and what is time really? It's a frequency. So yeah, don't give up, and it's just it's all there. It's all there for you, Tamra. And you are taking the daily actions. Every time you move one cobweb away, and a cobweb isn't, again, by force either. It's like the physical part wants that human understanding and the wisdom from that higher mind. And so that takes sometimes a little processing because the human mind's still got to clear out some stuff, old beliefs and patterns, and not just from this timeline, others. So you can understand and believe, but the frequency, you're dissipating the frequency of what you know to be true and what you're experiencing now. Then it's just a matter of removing the cobwebs. And the cobwebs to me represent where you see cobwebs in areas that haven't been cleaned or touched, or little corners in the ceiling or in the attic. And then they're really built up in areas that haven't, cellars that haven't been cleaned out in a while. So you're doing some deep cleaning in this lifetime, some deep cleaning. You're ready? You got it? You got what it takes, girlfriend. I don't know who talks to you like that, but you got what it takes, girlfriend. All right. Beautiful. Awesome, Tamra. Kellyanne, I asked my guide to remove all illusions and distortions. Yeah, me too. Beautiful. And so you're going to be presented with them. You're just going to be presented with them. And how do we actually know it? So if they're saying, okay, show us the distortions that we're believing in and the illusions, we're actually going to, we're going to be shown it. We actually have to experience it though to learn it. So we're going to have to experience the distortions of truth that we're still holding energetically. And the only way to know it, to me, it's not a magic wand, okay? We go through it. Holy shit, Kellyanne. Remember that Archangel Michael with the sword? You are, well, it's like a sword, but you are the magic wand. We have to experience it on the physical level. If we want heaven on earth and we want everything that we're believing in the physical, without dying in the physical, we physically, oh shit, this is so powerful. We physically have to go through it because the physical being wants to experience it. We don't want to just die, leave our carcass here and move on. We came for the physical experience and integration of our spiritual energy. So physically, we're going to be shown those distortions, those little things that we aren't comprehending quite yet through experience, that are showing us pieces of ourself. Relationships are coming on strong. I don't know if it's been a relationship thing with you, Kelly. Just felt a little tweaking in the heart. I feel like relationships are a prominent way that you're shown your distortions of places where you're not giving yourself enough love. It's not that you're distorted. It's not that there's anything wrong with you, the distortions. It's what you do to yourself or believe about yourself. And you could say, well, I know I'm God source energy, but there's still some little like nooks and crannies where there's a little bit of cobwebs for you as well, maybe. But you take it as you will. All right. Kellyanne, we have so much in common. All right. Well, we all do. That's why we're a tribe. We're a tribe come together to help each other see the distortions within our energy, which just always comes down to lack of self-love, always comes down to lack of self-love or understanding or wisdom or acceptance. And we are reflecting that for one another. That's what a soul tribe does. We're supporting each other. They're saying course correcting through our own course correcting. And it's a human expressing and sharing in that course correcting guidance. We help each other course correct through our experiences to integration. Beautiful. And from the little perception, it might seem like we've taken a wrong course. You never take a wrong course. It's all part of the course. In the higher perception, there is no course correction. We're already there, but we want to experience it again in the physical, as Kellyanne, as Tamara. All right. Removing all projections placed on me. It replays in the background. Yeah. So you're coming into you're really going to experience the clarity in this timeline. And it's going to boom, boom. Because sometimes we get so much momentum, and then it's like when we have those moments of miracles or synchronicities, and we're like, oh, wow, yeah. Or like when you get something beautiful and you're like, oh my God, that's exactly what I wanted, and I never really even thought of it that way. You can look at it that way. Like there's parts of us that know things that we're not aware of. So whether it be distortions or whether it be dreams manifest, they're all one and the same. They're saying the distortions prevent us from knowing sometimes what we really want. But so what we're doing is we create a lot of momentum within us energetically, and then the synchronicity and the magic, because we're aligned to that, and then boom, it appears. And sometimes it's a beautiful surprise as well. Like, wow, I never thought of, like something you learn or see, oh, I never thought of it that way. Or even a movie you watch or a book you're reading, oh, I never thought of it that way. Because you did, it's in you, you know it, but we needed that outside projection as well because we're physical and somewhat limited. All right, anybody else want a quickie? Oh my God, I haven't exercised yet or nothing. It's 11:15. Anybody else there that wants a quickie? Thank you guys. You truly, truly are all masters. These energies that you are anchoring and aligning to and allowing are profound. They're beautiful. What comes through you guys? Wow. All right. Anyone else? You're welcome, Kellyanne. I did not see you there, Lauren. Welcome. All right. All right. Last one, Lauren. I will give you a quickie, Lauren. If anybody made it, unless someone donates, then I will stay on. Otherwise, Lauren will be it. And this is like, I did a power of 3. So anyone watching now or later, if you go to the beginning, you'll get a lot out of it, I'm sure. But power of 3. So yeah, 3. This is my third quickie. So it aligns with that idea. Lauren. A lot of grounding going on for you, Lauren. I'm immediately feeling the color brown. Brown represents dirt, soil, also fertile soil. The seeds you've planted coming out of the earth, fertile, grounding it. The seeds in the plants that are germinating are coming up. And that is you reaping also the physical manifestation of what you've planted and what you've been working on. So today's energy in general has been about the physical manifestation of that light that we are. Light can express in whatever way, shape, or form you came to express it as on your soul's journey. So brown. So brown representing rooting, grounding your energy, and then what comes from the earth and fertile soil, plants you have planted. All right, what do we? Unstinking believable. What is it with you masters today? Same thing. You got the same card as Tamra and Kelly. I take actions daily that awaken my personal power. So again, for you, it's about baby steps that lead to a huge outcome. We don't see all the little seeds we planted. We don't see them all. And then all of a sudden, someday we wake up and we're like, wow. So it's receiving all of those baby steps, following those baby steps in the moment of now, not building on anxiety and projecting and worrying because, oh my God, I don't see that plant. Like a farmer doesn't say, oh my God, 2 days later, I don't see those seeds I planted. I don't see them. In reality, there's no time. So you can't base it on, okay, I've been working on this project for 10 years. I haven't seen any fruition. It's not about time. Time is truly a frequency. So it's about you, Lauren, also reaping and matching that frequency on the outside that you've been planting, all of those seeds, all of those moments of now. So beautiful messages of affirmation and believing and trusting and having confidence in the fruition, in the physical of everything that we've planted. So it's like seeing a famous singer. I don't know, they're using Madonna, for example. Madonna was big all at once, sort of. But she was big to us because that's when she was came forth in the 80s with, like a Virgin or Material Girl and all those songs. And it's like, wow, she's got such fame and success. But we didn't see the backstory. We didn't, well, we have heard about the stories. I just remember her picking French fries out of a garbage can and all of those stories that led up to her baby steps. So this is a really powerful message for you, Lauren. You have taken many baby steps. Keep following those baby steps. Keep doing what you're called to take action in the now. And then boom, then all of a sudden there's this Lauren, bigger than light itself, sharing insights or books or speeches and teachings and all of that. And we're like, wow, I wish I was that lucky. But behind the scenes, you did all of that work. Madonna had to go through all of that work, or that actor had to go through all of that work, all of the refusals, all of the letdowns, all of the doubt, all of the judgment against self, all of facing all of those little distortions, like maybe I'm not good enough, maybe my light isn't strong, maybe I don't have what it takes. Anybody really, really confident and anchored in who they are in their light had to go and transmute and work through all of those feelings, all of those doubts, all of those questions that the human goes through. So all of you guys now watching now or later as well, it is about not giving up. And it is about, oh God, coming into the fullness that you are in this physical world and actually feeling and receiving in confidence the physical abundance of it. That's so beautiful. And we can all relate to that in little ways and in big ways. All right, Lauren, that is a beautiful reading. All right. Powerful, you guys. Wow. So much mastery. And a master allows the process. A master tackles those cobwebs. A master, and just like an Olympia, someone who wins the gold medal or goes to the Olympics, We see who they are and we're like, God, I wish I was born with that. Well, yeah, that was a soul contract, but all of the heartache, all of the tears, all of the pains, all of the bruises, all of maybe having to take a break because it was too much or they injured themselves and getting right back there. So you guys are all called to be Olympic gold medalists in whatever way, shape, or form that you came to express your mastery, your God self. You are, back to the beginning, the living testimony of God in the physical. My biggest fear is everything falling apart as I take time to build something that will last 30 plus years. Yeah, and that's your journey, Lauren. That's your journey, working through your biggest fears. On the other side of the biggest fear, guess what? The biggest empowerment. Fear is not empowering. So as you work through your fears, the flip side of fear is being self-empowered, confidence in you, knowing you got what it takes, knowing you can trust that divinity within you, knowing you can trust that guidance. Kellyanne says, stop telling yourself the old stories because you are not those anymore. Exactly. Thank you, Kellyanne. We are not that frequency. We're not that story. So it's not going to work. Just like formulas of the past, ways of being, doing are not going to work individually or collectively. That's why there's going to be such a breakdown of systems. We're building from a new frequency. The new earth is going to be the manifestation of all our work individually and collectively. Thank you, Kellyanne. My brother found her 1993 album in a garbage can. Wow. How awesome. Speaking of earth, yesterday the earth cracked and sacral energy came through, also relating to power and son of a bee, Kelly. I did not know that. I don't know if that was on the news or not, because I don't watch the news. Okay, so this is what Kellyanne said. Speaking of earth, yesterday the earth cracked and sacral energy came through. That is so beautiful. So all of these readings today, the sacral. Well, the sacral is, that self-empowerment and trusting, and the solar plexus, listening to your gut. They're so intricately connected. You got to kind of merge that confidence, that self-empowerment with what you're creating, what you're bringing forth in physical form. Wow, Kelly. And Mother Earth will always reflect through her what's going on in Mother Earth, the weather, the changes, our changes. We work in unison. Okay. I send you that book, Ria. I'm sending you that. Oh, thank you. Sure. Thanks. I shared. Okay, guys. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful messages you guys brought forth today. I so appreciate you. This is what you guys are. You are here to have the physical expression, experience, confidence, and joy that you hold in the spiritual self. In the physical, you are all God in action, experiencing it through you, through your experiences, through your joy, through your abundance, through your pain. You're experiencing all of it, but we're stepping into confidently, clear, open. They just show me enjoy. They just show me a smiley face, illuminating light, illuminating the light that you are in the physical. All right, guys, may you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.